Well, the first... oh, now I have to lower my voice. The first speaker, let's see here. His name is Tim McDermott. Wait. I'm going to read his words. Rainbow, push, napping. Tim McDermott, everybody.
I'm going to try to do this thing.
I was told this was supposed to be my job. I failed. There we are.
All right. I don't know when the timer starts. Okay. I've had a history of medical problems ever since I was born. You name it, I've had something wrong with it. And most recently, I developed this weird stomach pain where I would get it for a few days, I'd be hunched over in pain, and then it would go away. No idea. So I get an appointment with my doctor. He examines me, he asks me all the questions. Where does it hurt? When does it hurt? Anything. He's stumped. He can't think of anything. So he starts sending me off to different specialists. I go get a CAT scan. I go get an MRI, an X-ray, all different types of things. I go see a nephrologist, which my mother, who is a former nurse, informed me it's somebody who studies kidneys. I go to a gastrointestinal doctor to see if anything down there is doing it. Everything comes back inconclusive. Nobody knows what's wrong with me. It gets to the point where I have an appointment with my normal doctor, and he just shrugs and goes, I don't know, maybe you have Tim McDermott's disease. His professional opinion. So he goes, okay, I have one more person you could go to who might be able to figure this out. So he sends me to a urologist, who is a doctor who studies the whole urinary tract, everything that's going on south of the border. And I go to this appointment. I'm sitting there in the doctor's office, or in the doctor's examination room. He comes in, and he has a nurse with him who's middle-aged, and he starts asking me the normal questions, like, where does it hurt? When does it hurt? Are there any triggers that have that set it off? And every time it says, no, it just comes and goes. So he stumps, he scratches his head, and he's like, you know what? Why don't I give you a scope? They leave, and I immediately start trying to convince myself that this is an oral procedure. The nurse comes back in, and she has with her folded like a paper blanket with her. And she unfolds the blanket, and I look at it, and there's something different about it. It has a hole cut out of the center of it. And so she says to me, okay, just remove your pants, remove your underwear, and put this blanket over you. Now, I think she's confused of the term blanket because it's not doing what a blanket's supposed to do, because the one thing I don't want her to see is now the only thing that she can see. So she also has with her this big plastic... Did anybody here ever go as like a mad doctor for Halloween? You know how you could get those giant fake syringes? It's roughly the size of that. There's no needle to it, just kind of like a cone tube at the end of it. And it's filled with this clear liquid, jelly substance. And she says, oh, this is just a numbing agent. What needs to be numbed? So she starts numbing it. And she tries to make it comfortable by doing the whole small talk thing. Like, oh, where'd you go to high school? And, Scranton High. Oh, really? What year did you graduate? 2003? Oh, my daughter graduated in 2004. I don't want to know her name because I don't want to know that I'm the subject of that dinner time conversation. You never guess whose wiener I numbed today. Ex-girlfriend of Tim McDermott. So she finishes up that and leaves. And I'm just laying there on this table trying to pretend like there's still hope this might be oral. The doctor comes back in, and the nurse comes back in with him. He's wheeling in this large apparatus. It has a TV screen on it. There's all kind of medical buttons and stuff there. And there's also a very long wire attached to it. And to get a visual, think of the biggest straw that you can think of. A little bit larger than that. So I say to him, oh, is that what the camera attaches to? And he goes, no, this is the camera. I'm turtling now. And he if there are any infants in the audience tonight, he basically did the equivalent of making a square peg fit into a round hole that was much smaller than the square peg. He makes it fit. And, he starts fishing around, and he's looking. I'm standing there. I'm laying there just like, please end this. And he tries to do the whole small talk routine. Like, oh, so where'd you go to college? Temple? Oh, wow. What'd you study there? Film? Really? Wow. Like, that's what he's interested in, what I majored in. And he goes, well, you know what? Just relax and just pretend like you're directing a film. So immediately I yell, cut! So he finishes up the procedure, removes everything, and I clothe myself, and I exit like I'm sure many girls have exited frat houses early in the morning, just in shame. And I leave, and I call my doctor. I call my mom. I'm in the car, and I call my mom, and my mom, who is a former nurse, and I say, Mom, you'll never guess what happened to me at the doctor's appointment. And she says, what happened? Did you get a scope?